GW let AI take over Warhammer's articles, enforcement, lore, and more.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about Games Workshop's use of AI. Now, we proved 2 years ago that they were using AI bots in their enforcement, but I wanted to talk about today if they quietly handed the keys over to Warhammer's articles, we know their enforcement, their lore, and even more over to AI, because from takedowns to lore rewrites, we think it's a fair question to ask, and especially right now, because the evidence it's kind of wild, but let's talk about it. So let's start with the legal side. Back in 2023, Games Workshop utilized automated bots to scour sites like eBay for anything that might infringe on their IP. It sounds efficient, but the bots ended up hitting people that had nothing to do with Warhammer, and it was a big problem for a lot of sellers. Fast forward to this year, and Games Workshop walked away with a $10 million judgment against even more sellers. So it kind of all worked, but it definitely left a trail of frustration for pretty much everybody. Then we've got the writing. So recent Warhammer community articles like the Nightbringer League patch and the Horus Heresy Combat Force reveals felt a little off. The tone was polished, but weird, and those EM dashes everywhere. Yeah, that's a telltale AI quirk. And we first noticed a shift around the Hivestorm release, and its use now definitely lines up with reported cuts to GW's editorial staff. I don't know how you can put out an imprint magazine without an editorial, and if they're doing it for that, I can't imagine how they're not doing it for Warhammer community. So on top of that, it looked like the art used on the retailer support page, or recent art, started looking suspiciously like AI as well. And even over on Facebook, bot spam in their comments is piling up with little moderation. I don't know if their staff can tell actual people's comments or from bots apart, but it's a problem. But for Games Workshop, that is a company that built its identity on community, this whole thing feels a little strange. And then there's the lore, like all the recent missteps, and not just the Terminus degree for Grey Knights players that had everybody scratching their heads. It's very weird. So I think this whole thing really raises the stakes if it is happening. If AI is creeping into not just their enforcement, their articles, but also Warhammer lore, then that's a whole different problem. There is a silver lining though, as I see it. GW has made it crystal clear that AI has no place in the Golden Demon competition, as we saw a year ago. No machine-generated basing, text-to-texture cheats, just, brushes and human skill. So it's good that they're kind of drawing the line there. So where does that leave us now? Well, GW is really leaning on AI for articles, art, moderation, and even lore. It could strip away a lot of the human spark that made Warhammer what it is today. Models and the actual lore, which I would argue is what brings people to the hobby and keeps people in the hobby, is built by people, and AI cannot duplicate or even fake that. So what do you think? Is AI creeping too far into Warhammer, or is it just another tool in Games Workshop's arsenal?
Thanks for watching. Supporting us is super easy. Just click on the article links provided, subscribe, or follow us right here. And remember, next time you're searching for the best Warhammer news, type Spiky Bits into Google to get the most accurate info. See you in the next one.
Spiky Bits.